So basically when we got out to our house, we're just kind of walking you through our story because a lot of what we're going to talk about is how we live is the pioneer lifestyle. So we don't have solar power, we don't have wind turbines, we have no electricity. We do use a generator occasionally to charge our apparatuses only because we can feed YouTube videos. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't need any generator at all. So we do that for you guys. We take one on the chin for you.
And there's one thing that we did do that we kind of cheat. We do have a generator, and one thing that, and people ask me all the time, what is the one thing that you miss a lot about being, on grid? And I really never said it that much, but it was really hard about, I used to like to juice a lot, blend up and make smoothies. Because we're having so much produce, and it's hard to eat as much, and I like to eat as much raw produce as I can. So we just recently got a Vitamix. And so in the morning, I turn the blender on for like a minute, and then I use my Vitamix. So that's our little cheat. So
that's what happened was I was taking all of our vegetables and bananas and apples, and I was putting them under the horse, and the horse was stomping on it. And she's like, that's just too chunky. So we got the Vitamix. I don't even know why she brought that up.
Well, I'm just saying because we're talking about pioneer lifestyle in the 21st century. So
and we got a Vitamix.
That's my one little, we don't have electricity, but I do have a Vitamix.
The woman loves the Vitamix.
I love the Vitamix.
You can tell she's just loving her Vitamix.
Yeah.
With the generator. Yeah. We just use power on demand. So, that's our carbon footprint too. We're more conscious of what we're doing with the environment. So we have our power on demand. When we actually need the power, then we burn like this much fossil fuel, and then we have the power that we need, and then we turn it off. So, but when we first started getting out there, it was like, man, how are we going to do this? We had no idea. We'd never done anything like that before, obviously. And we wanted to figure out our systems and get everything going. So my first objective was building the log cabin, which I accomplished in 90 days pretty much solo. I had a few friends come out just a little bit and help. And I had no carpentry skills, so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, he would send me. We lived in a one-bedroom apartment. We moved from our 5-bedroom house and then into the one-bedroom apartment. So that kind of taught us how to downsize because over the years, you guys live in your houses forever, right? And you keep accumulating stuff. You get stuff. And so that stuff was weighing us down, too. That was another thing. You just get stuff. What do you need stuff for? You only need stuff.
Why do you need a Vitamix?
That's important. But see, I was talking to someone earlier. Are you in here? About, what to do about how to downsize, like, your kitchen. There you go. Okay. So that was a huge thing for me because when you move, most of your dishes and all that, there's a lot of stuff to take from your kitchen. Yeah. And you don't even use half of it. And maybe you'll use it once a year if you do use it.
Well, you got all those cabinets and you have to fill them up.
Yeah. So I didn't have any space. So that was a big thing for me just to downsize. And I'm going to get like 2 spoons. And then the one thing that I used, I was very practical. I wasn't about like, I'm going to go buy this pretty bowl, that I saw at the store or this was cool for this year. I try to change it and be practical. So I have like, the stainless steel bowls. 3 stainless steel bowls, and then I have 2 big, huge ones that I use. I say I can soak my feet in them at night if I want to, or put my produce in it during the day. And I just have those things because I don't have the space, but I feel so much better. It's very cathartic to kind of get rid of all that stuff and just use what I have. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah. We sold everything basically on Craigslist, and we moved in to our place. I was sleeping in a tent, built the log cabin. She was in the apartment. Then she came up, and we basically brought a futon and a coffee table.
And he stayed in the tent with the 2 dogs out in the middle of nowhere, right? Yeah.
So after we got that done, then it was like, okay, so how are we going to make this look? So we didn't know if at that time we were going to do propane or we're going to do solar. And then it happened that the Amish lived like 7 miles away from us, and we started being friends with them. So we were hanging out with them, and then I came home, and I'm just like, what's the problem? I mean, they're doing it and living it and having no problem doing it. We can do it too, right? Like, we're just as cool. And so we started doing it, and obviously I get my clothes made there. In case anyone wonders why I dress this way, they're super functional clothes for what I do, my lifestyle. And I would rather give my neighbor money to sew my clothes and make them than to give them to Walmart and China and all these other hands and fabrics and everything that comes. So that's why I do it. So I'm in, supporting my local neighborhood, my what do you call them things, those cottage industries, and friends with them, and it helps them do their things on their homestead, so that's why. And I love the clothes. And I was wearing these clothes before we even started making videos on YouTube, and then everything just kind of gelled, and it's like now that's what it is. But
So let me kind of add to that. When we first went, I told him that poor little puppy.
there's a heckler. I've never been heckled by a dog. We've been heckled by the
Peacocks.
Yeah, the peacock.
Yeah.
See?
When we